Hello, my name is Raymond Karchevsky, and I bring you the Christ consciousness and the degraded Satanic intellect. Well, here we go again. We're not connecting, you and I. All of you who suffer living in this society are under satanic mind control. Get that straight. And you have been conned into believing that it is normal for you to struggle, to compete, to win in a fictional, dualistic, illusory reality. The ability to struggle becomes an egoistic virtue, a heroic viewpoint of an oppressed life, rationalizing its own enslavement. That is all the symptom of living with a dualistic perspective, a divided view of life. I don't get why you don't understand me. I speak simply enough that even a child should grasp what I have to say. Yet millions, nay, billions of you adults don't get it. Why? Because you're spiritual infants instead of being grown, responsible, balanced adults. Oh, you're in a adult body, but inwardly, you're still the scared little kid, hiding in the shadows, behind a mask, seeking protection, seeking, hiding from the illusory boogeyman. That has haunted you since your childhood. You live in fear, uncertainty, indecision. You project the illusions of duality via your mechanical, responsive, reactive intellect, always being tempted by a motivating stimuli in order to cause you to act. That, plain and simply, is Satanism. Pure and simple. Dualism is nothing more than Satanism. That is the very nature of your intellect. And that is the civilized way of life that you have been trained to live. You have been trained to accept that, and you were, when you were subjected yourselves involuntarily as children to organized education before you had a grasp of your consciousness. That first step was the last step for you. You voluntarily consented to being traumatized into forming an intellect incapable of seeing the whole and of creating a fictional and opposing divisive world and giving up your God-given, non-dualistic, your holistic, subconscious mind. In the process, you became civilized, a responder, an incomplete, dualistic confused individual, addicted to words, symbols, beliefs, superstitions, dead mechanical theories, both scientific and religious. You were seduced into hell, a fictional, illusory time-bound world, which you call civilized life, but is merely a projection of your own limited intellectual consciousness. By the way, the coronavirus is merely a medical theory, nothing more, and you are trapped by it, by your belief. You're satanically mind-controlled. Are you feeling a bit queasy about now? Offended, insulted, intimidated? Why? These are only words, are they not? Why do they have such effect upon you? You bet they have effect. They're telling you that your training of being a dualistic responder, of an obedient automaton, is only being exposed. That's what's wrong with hell on earth. Civilized society. Your natural, God-given, non-dualistic consciousness is at war at the hands of your satanic, artificial, illusory intellect and your unresolved conflict, because you've made satanically man-made laws, ideas, traditions, and habits. Your ego, your God. Who are your self-created intermediaries of your illusory God of authority? Is it not men who hoodwink you into asinine illusions such as coronavirus and financial collapse, done merely with words, symbols, ideas, with no actual evidence to back up their tyrannical actions, which curtail lives? They strip away your life's energy with taxes and tithing. Yes, I'm speaking of government, religion, banks, and corporations. They're all commercial. They're all satanic. They exist only because of you and your support. However, they've got you thinking the other way around, that you are their slave, their believers, and you exist only to serve them. Hogwash. You've got it all bass-ackward. Every social problem being experienced is traced to the doubt that rules your satanic, indoctrinated intellect. After all, you've had more than the 16 or more years of educational indoctrination, satanic mind-controlled, fortifying satanic egos, followed up by a lifetime of corporate-owned media mind controllers to keep you under reins. You want freedom? You want sovereignty? You want to return to a free life, a godly life, a life of truth, a life of love, a life of cooperation, and boycott. Boycott, boycott. Let those three words ring out loudly throughout the world and act upon it. That's how we change this world peacefully, without a single shot being fired, without a bloody civil war or a revolution. God is the infinite intelligence which resonates within each and every one of you, but it is being shouted out by your satanic, traumatized intellect. Am I the only one who sees this? Wake the hell up!